Hey anime enthusiasts! Welcome back to Anime Professor, the ultimate destination for all things anime. Today, we're embarking on an epic countdown that'll teleport you into the most captivating isekai worlds ever imagined. From otherworldly adventures to fantastical escapades, we've traversed the multiverse to bring you the very best in isekai storytelling. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting content. Without further ado, let's kick things off with our number 10, Ascendance of a Bookworm. The story follows a young woman named Urano Motosu, who is an avid bookworm and librarian in modern Japan. Her life revolves around her love for books, and she dreams of becoming a librarian after graduating from college. However, her life takes a tragic turn when she dies in an earthquake while trying to save her beloved books. But Urano's story doesn't end there. To her surprise, she wakes up in a medieval fantasy world as a young girl named Mine. In this new world, books are a rare and precious commodity, primarily reserved for the nobility. Commoners like Mine's family have little access to them. Despite the challenges, Mine is determined to read books again. However, she quickly realizes that her new life won't be as simple as she thought. With no access to books, she decides to make them herself. Using her knowledge of bookmaking from her previous life, she introduces modern bookmaking techniques to this medieval world, such as creating parchment, ink, and writing implements. Throughout the series, Mine's determination and resourcefulness lead her on a path of literacy in bookmaking in a world where such knowledge is a rare privilege. She builds relationships with those around her, faces both personal and societal challenges, and strives to make her dream of reading and creating books a reality. Number 9, The Rising of the Shield Hero. Naofumi Iwatani is a young man who is summoned to a parallel world along with 3 other individuals to become the cardinal heroes. Each hero is chosen to wield a legendary weapon, the sword, the spear, the bow, and the shield. Naofumi, to his surprise, is designated as the shield hero, a role often considered the weakest among the heroes. At first, Naofumi's journey seems promising as he is joined by a fellow hero, Princess Malti Melromark, also known as Mine, and they are tasked with defending the kingdom from waves of monstrous creatures. However, Naofumi's world quickly crumbles when he is falsely accused of a heinous crime and betrayed by Mine. He becomes an outcast, despised by the kingdom and labeled as the Shield Demon. Alone and without any support, Naofumi embarks on a quest for justice and survival. He acquires the demi-human slave Raftalia, a raccoon girl, who becomes his loyal companion. Together, they navigate a world filled with political intrigue, discrimination against the shield hero, and a growing threat from the waves of catastrophe. As Naofumi rises from his initial despair and bitterness, he becomes a more formidable hero, unlocking the true potential of the shield and forming alliances with other characters who believe in his cause. He strives to protect the kingdom while seeking answers to the mysteries of the world and uncovering the true nature of the waves. Number 8, Overlord. In the year 2138, the popular virtual reality MMORPG, Yggdrasil, is about to be shut down after 12 years of operation. Momonga, a highly skilled player and the leader of a powerful guild known as Ain Zolgaun, decides to stay logged into the game until the very end, reminiscing about the past with his loyal NPCs. To his shock, when the server's closing time arrives, Momonga finds himself still within the game, unable to log out. Moreover, the NPCs seem to have developed sentience and personalities of their own. Determined to uncover the mysteries behind this phenomenon and the new reality he's trapped in, Momonga sets out on a quest to explore the world of Yggdrasil. As the powerful and enigmatic undead overlord, Momonga adopts the alias Ain Zolgaun and decides to take control of the world. He explores the game world, meeting other players who were also trapped and interacting with various guilds and factions. Ain seeks to find out if any of his guild members were also transported to this world and to unravel the secrets of Yggdrasil. In the process, Ain begins to build a reputation as an all-powerful and feared being, recruiting loyal followers and establishing a base of operations in the Great Tomb of Nazarick. He also navigates political intrigue and encounters numerous challenges in this unfamiliar and often dangerous world. Number 7, The Devil is a Part-Timer. The story begins in the demon realm of Antisla, where the demon lord Satan is on the brink of conquering the entire world. However, he is suddenly confronted by the hero Emilia, leading to a fierce battle. As a last-ditch effort, Satan and his loyal general, Alciel, use a dimensional portal to escape to modern-day Tokyo, Earth. Once they arrive on Earth, Satan and Alciel find themselves stripped of their magic powers and unable to return to their own world. In this predicament, they must adapt to human life and find a way to regain their power and return to Antisla. Satan, now going by the name Sadao Mao, and Alciel, taking on the alias Shiro Ashiya, settle in Tokyo and begin living as ordinary humans. To make ends meet, Sadao takes a part-time job at a fast food restaurant called McDonald's, where he quickly rises through the ranks due to his strong work ethic and determination. Sadao's ultimate goal remains to regain his powers and return to the demon realm, but as time passes, he becomes increasingly comfortable with his human life. He forms unexpected friendships with those around him, including Emi Yusa, the hero who pursued him to Earth but is now also powerless and living in Tokyo. The Devil is a part-timer humorously explores the contrast between the demon lord and his general trying to lead normal lives in modern Japan while dealing with mundane issues such as work, bills, and interpersonal relationships. The series is known for its witty humor and clever satire of both the fantasy and everyday life genres. Throughout the series, the characters navigate a mix of comedy, action, and drama while dealing with the challenges of being displaced from their home world and adapting to life in Tokyo. Number 6, No Game No Life. Siblings Sora and Shiro are two brilliant gamers who together form a legendary team known as Blank in the online gaming world. They are undefeated, possessing an unmatched combination of intellect and strategy. Despite their extraordinary gaming skills, they are socially reclusive and rarely venture outside their apartment. In their eyes, the real world is a boring and unfair place. One day, their lives take a dramatic turn when they receive a mysterious challenge from a person known as Tet. After defeating Tet in a game of chess, Sora and Shiro are transported to the world of Disboard, a magical realm where conflicts are resolved through games, and everything is governed by a set of 10 rules known as the 10 Pledges. In Disboard, races and species from across the multiverse engage in games to settle disputes, acquire territory, and vie for power. Sora and Shiro quickly realize that their gaming skills are their greatest assets in this world, and they set out to challenge the ruling races and seek to challenge Tet, the enigmatic god of Disboard. The siblings aim to become the rulers of Disboard by conquering other races and gaining territory. Along the way, they form alliances with other characters, including Stephanie Dola, the granddaughter of a former ruler, and Jabril, a powerful flugel, as they compete in high-stakes games with unimaginable consequences. Number 5, Konosuba. The story follows Kazuma Satu, an ordinary high school student who, tragically, meets his end in a rather embarrassing way, dying from shock after a futile attempt to save a girl from an oncoming tractor. However, his story doesn't end with death. After passing into the afterlife, Kazuma encounters a goddess named Aqua who offers him a choice: go to heaven or be reborn in a fantasy world to defeat the Demon King. Kazuma, in an irritated and somewhat sarcastic mood, chooses to be reborn in the fantasy world. He's allowed to take one item of his choice, and in an act of spite, he chooses Aqua herself, believing her to be useless. Upon their arrival in the fantasy world, Kazuma and Aqua quickly discover that life there is far from the grand adventure they envisioned. The world is plagued by monsters, the towns are in disarray, and the locals are eccentric and often not very helpful. Kazuma and Aqua are joined by other quirky characters, including Megumin, a powerful but one-trick pony wizard who only knows how to cast explosive spells, and Darkness, a crusader with a penchant for masochism. Together, this ragtag group sets out on comically mundane quests, faces bizarre monsters, and attempts to make ends meet. Kazuma often finds himself dealing with the absurdities and eccentricities of his fellow party members while trying to make the best of a less-than-ideal situation. Number 4, Re-Zero. Subaru Natsuki is an ordinary high school student in modern Japan. One day, while on his way home from a convenience store, he is suddenly transported to a mysterious fantasy world. Confused and disoriented, Subaru finds himself in the bustling streets of a city and soon realizes that he has no way of returning home. As Subaru attempts to make sense of his situation, he encounters a beautiful silver-haired half-elf named Amelia, who is in search of a stolen insignia. Subaru offers to help her and they form a bond. However, their peaceful encounter takes a dark turn when both Subaru and Amelia are brutally murdered by an unknown assailant. To his astonishment, Subaru awakens moments later at the same location where he first arrived in the fantasy world, seemingly returned from death. He discovers that he possesses a unique ability called Return by Death, which allows him to reset time to a specific point in the past whenever he dies. Determined to prevent the deaths of Amelia and himself, Subaru repeatedly relives the same events, using his knowledge from previous timelines to make different choices and uncover the mysteries of the world. Along the way, Subaru encounters a diverse cast of characters, including the twin maids Rem and Ram, the warrior knight Reinhard van Astria, and the mysterious and powerful witch, Satella. However, Subaru's journey is fraught with danger, heartache, and challenges. He faces not only physical threats but also moral dilemmas and the toll that death and trauma take on his mental well-being. As he struggles to save those he cares about and solve the mysteries of the world, Subaru's resolve and character are put to the test in a complex and often brutal fantasy realm. Number 3, Sword Art Online. It is the year 2022 when virtual reality MMORPGs have become incredibly popular. Players can now immerse themselves in fully immersive virtual worlds using a technology called the Nerve Gear. The highly anticipated Vermorpg Sword Art Online is launched and players eagerly log in. However, their excitement quickly turns to horror when they discover that they cannot log out of the game. Akihiko Kayaba, the game's creator, appears before the players and reveals that they are trapped inside the game. The only way to escape is to clear all 100 floors of the massive floating castle called Aincrad and defeat the final boss on the 100th floor. Players soon realize that if they die in the game, they die in real life as well, as the Nerve Gear has the ability to fry their brains. Chaos and despair grip the player community, and they are forced to adapt to their new reality. The story follows the protagonist, Kazuto Kurigaya, Kirito, a skilled beta tester who becomes one of the game's top players. Kirito is a solo player, but he forms a close bond with Asuna Yuki, a highly skilled female player. Together, they embark on a perilous journey to clear the game's floors and free themselves from the death game. Along the way, they encounter other players, form alliances, and face the challenges and dangers of Aincrad. Number 2, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Satoru Mikami is an average 37-year-old office worker living in modern-day Tokyo. However, his life takes a sudden and unexpected turn when he is fatally stabbed in a random street altercation while trying to save a colleague. As he lies dying, Satoru reflects on his unfulfilled life and regrets. To his surprise, Satoru awakens in a new world as a slime creature with unique powers. He discovers that he possesses an array of abilities, including the power to absorb and analyze anything he consumes. This ability grants him knowledge, strength, and the capacity to shapeshift. In this new world, Satoru quickly encounters various creatures, forging alliances and friendships along the way. He befriends Veldora, a powerful storm dragon, after releasing him from his prison. In gratitude, Veldora grants him the name Rimuru Tempest. Rimuru is determined to create a peaceful and inclusive world for all creatures, regardless of their race or species. He establishes a nation called the Jura Tempest Federation and welcomes a diverse group of monsters and individuals into his community. Throughout the series, Rimuru embarks on numerous adventures, faces challenges, and explores the world. He forms alliances, encounters political intrigue, and strives to create a harmonious society in this fantasy realm. Number 1, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. A 34-year-old unemployed man is a shut-in in modern-day Japan. His life is unremarkable, marked by isolation and disappointment. However, everything changes when he is tragically killed in a traffic accident while trying to save a group of strangers. After his death, he awakens in a new world as Rudius Greyrat. He retains the memories and intellect of his previous life, giving him a unique advantage. Realizing that he has been given a second chance at life, Rudius is determined to make the most of it. Growing up in the fantasy world of Roa, Rudius is raised by his parents Paul and Zenith Greyrat. As he matures, he discovers that he has a natural talent for magic, and he begins to develop his magical abilities. He is mentored by the wise and powerful Roxy Magurdia, a traveling magician. Rudius' journey is not just about mastering magic, it's also about personal growth and development. He learns valuable life lessons, forms meaningful relationships, and overcomes his social anxiety and fear of failure. Throughout the series, Rudius embarks on various adventures, explores the world, and encounters a wide range of characters and challenges. He strives to become a better person, while also seeking to uncover the mysteries of the world and the true purpose of his reincarnation. And there you have it, our top 10 Isekai anime of all time. But remember, these rankings are subjective, and the beauty of Isekai lies in the diversity of worlds and stories waiting for you to explore. So, I encourage you to share your personal favorites in the comments below and join the discussion with fellow Isekai enthusiasts. If you've enjoyed this video and want more fantastic anime content like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. That way, you'll stay up to date with our latest anime recommendations, reviews, and discussions. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy watching.